Time to get started. Let's get started. Yeah. Okay, welcome in, ladies and gents. This is episode 2
Yep.
of Charm Out of Context. Literally,
What's up,
yeah.
everyone?
I'm your host, Charm Hero, and these are my friends, Dylan.
I'm gonna promote.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, which way is my finger going? I don't know. Fuck. Then we got Eddie.
Camera dog. Yo.
Bro, your eyes,
Hi.
bro. Yeah, bro. Your eyes, bro, so red.
Good morning.
The other way. Then Miss Monty.
Hi, hi.
Okay, so if me and Eddie sound kind of weird, both of us just woke up. Those two have been a little bit chipper in the last few last few moments. So we're not really prepared on what we're gonna talk about, but we'll just get right to it. So let's just start off. How's everybody feeling in this last 2 weeks since we did a recording?
Awake.
Oh, exams. Exams.
I just be like existing, so I guess it's okay, like I'm just sitting here, chilling.
Mm.
It's alright, like a 8 out of 10, but
You, sir,
I would.
Eddie?
Yeah, no, or maybe that's what was a joke response. But the response, feels pretty good. Like this last 2 weeks when a quiet con happened and then work. You
Mm.
know. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I feel you guys on that. I'm tired. Fuck. The last 2 weeks we've been kicking our asses.
Well,
It's true.
Especially because the school year's, the semester's almost over for two of us, and then you guys have been having your own shit going, so. So. I don't know. We have we can cover so many topics in this podcast, so let's take
Okay.
a hit. Which ones? Anybody got one that want to start us off with? And no butter, Eddie.
hmm. Okay, well,
See, my
if not butter, then what
syrup.
about yeah, yeah. What's your favorite type of syrup then? Yeah.
Are we doing that? No. Okay. We'll
You
leave
said no
food.
butter. You said no butter.
We'll leave food related things for another time.
Okay. Okay. And how about this? Then? How about this? Um, what's your favorite type of books? There. See. Is that good?
That is fair, as long as it's not describing syrup, butter, or any other kind of condiment, because we are not getting into that conversation. Not for not for a long while. Let's save that for another time.
Okay.
Okay.
I like syrup.
He looks good.
You do
I
not know
would-
what you have just started, Dylan.
What me?
What's y'all's favorite book? What's y'all's favorite books?
favorite books? Bro, I haven't read a book in a long while.
Percy Jackson.
Reverse Jackson, Lightning Thief.
Anything
Make
Rick
your-
Riordan makes is good. Anything with dystopian,
Y-
I am awesome with.
The early things Rick Riordan made before things expanded.
Have you not
okay.
have you not read the Kane Chronicles? Like, yo,
Oh, I
it's-
have,
that shit is kicking.
but I didn't finish it though.
I finished it. It was a good series. I read The Hunger Games, all the books I've read, all of Divergent, the series. I've read a ton of light novels, so we're good on that part too.
Oh, I just dropped my. Oh, that's alright. I do agree. The Spy X Family books are pretty good. Wait, that's not the Percy Jackson books are pretty good. I do like myself some lightning and some Zeus and some The food.
Yeah, okay. Alright,
Eddie's
okay.
trying. He's trying hard. He's tired.
My answer though, my answer would be it's actually books that I've been reading pretty recently. I'm not gonna lie. It's more like so it's these ones right here. So I'm gonna show two. I'm gonna show two books. Here you go. Get the Manifest book, bro. Not gonna lie. You know, 7 steps to you living your best life. And I actually haven't finished it at all, but I bought a new book. And so this is one I've been reading more recently, which is The Power of Positive Thinking, which I usually think positive anyway, but like reading into it, I learned more about like the power of your thoughts and how like it controls or affects your life, and it's really a pretty good eye opener. I stopped reading it like last month, but then honestly during that time, like I was like that was when I was head on my thoughts, you know. I was like, wow. And then during that time when I was reading it and researching it, like I like so much has like happened during that time. I mean, so much has happened since I stopped reading it. But like I began to think like it's crazy. Like I got a car. I got what else I got? I got a Switch. I got like in a short amount of time too while I was reading that book. So it was like and it's basically a thing about manifesting too, manifesting or like using your power those positive thoughts. So it was like a pretty cool like eye opener for me, and I was like, wow, you know. But once I stopped reading it, it's like it's easy to fall back into like not so positive thoughts, but at the same time like you're always manifesting and you're always like creating your own life, you know. So I wish I should get back into it, low key. I've been meaning to. It's like life's been busy, you know. But
Yeah, fair, fair.
Okay.
You asked the question, Dylan. What about you?
Um, well, mine is not really deep as that, but I will say, um, I've read Captain Underpants.
Well, that's fair.
So
Captain
yeah,
Underpants is a classic.
Captain
yeah, but it's not as deep as Eddie's. But you know what? It's Captain Underpants, so you know what? It counts. I don't care. I don't care.
No, does
So,
anybody remember that series with like the little mouse and then he has like the giant robot mouse? Like it's kind of like Iron Giant ish.
ooh.
It was made from the same author as Captain Underpants.
Oh,
I forgot what it was called, but it was like a while back.
Animorphs.
I know what you're talking about. I have never watched it or read it.
Same.
I used to only look at like the pages that would show how they transform from human to animal. You just do the flip page thing. Well, since we're on the topic of books, I found an app that has like Chinese web novels and stuff on it. God damn, I've spent maybe over $500 just buying coins to read the next few chapters of everything.
oh damn, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
it's like $20 for 1,000 coins, and then that unlocks 100 chapters. And at one point, I was like, I'm so desperate that I'm gonna buy a pack of 2,500 coins with another 250 on top, which is another $50. So that's about give or take 500 on maybe $800 worth of coins, just because I was trying to read a lot.
Gotta be that good. Yeah, it's
Dude,
gotta be like that good then.
most of the story that I was reading the most had a lot of like sex in it. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. It was a little bit of would you call it hentai-ish? I don't think it was hentai-ish in any way. It would have like the sex scene, like it's a little bit smut, whatever. But the whole story plot is actually really interesting. It's like this dude just he was an immortal in these places that they call the four divine heavens, and he became immortal and he pissed off the emperor of all four divine realms by sleeping with his daughter and his wife. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. But he gets sent to this place called Eternal Retribution Cliff, and there's a guy who tells him like, "Yo, I'll reincarnate you." He's like, "What? Why?" He's like, "I can. You want me to do that? I can." He's like, nah, I'm good. And he gets tempted, and the guy is like, nah, you know what? I'll just do it. Snaps his fingers. He gets sent into like a younger body of himself, and just from there he starts like. He uses his techniques from when he was an immortal, and then he starts like sleeping with all these different girls. So well, he's not really. Well, he's sleeping with them, but this isn't like a magic world where it's like, like monks do cultivation where they do like the secluded harnessing like ki and stuff like that, like the Shaolin kind of deal. Yeah, so it's like that, and they have this thing that's called dual cultivation, which is you're essentially fucking your like you're essentially having sex, but it's more than sex. It's more like the woman gets something out of it and the guy gets something out of it. So man has yang, women have yin, and so he sleeps with all these different girls, and these girls are helping him to get stronger, because that's what he was doing in his last life, was dual cultivation. And throughout the story you find out that this dude is not from their world or whatever. Bags some of the hottest chicks, which is so pissy. Like, it pisses me off. By the time he leaves the world, he has 10 bad bitches on his side. Like,
Bro, he got Riz, bro. He got Riz.
not even, dude, it's not even funny. He sleeps with one of the emperor's wives, and it's because like he's a doctor, and the reason why he has to sleep with this lady is because the lady has like built up so much yin ki, it's actually killing her. So he has to sleep with her in order to help her. And her husband is like, he's not like a huge cuck, but he's being serious. Like, if you do not learn the technique I taught you or showed you, you will lose your wife. I will take your wife with me. This dude is like, I'm gonna get this fucking technique down so I can get my wife back. I'm like, you just made him a cuck. Stop. Doesn't help. This dude bags 3 or 4 emperor's daughters, a whole bunch of rich families' girls, the leader, a sect elder from his group, from the sect that he's in. I'm like, this dude has bagged every chick there. How are you not like, God damn it? And then I just got to the part where he gets to the 4 divine heavens and restarts his life. This dude is bags goddesses. Like, what the? I was so pissed. I was pissed, but I love the story. It's so funny. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got so far.
Oh, damn, bro.
Game Hades, but with sex.
Basically, yeah.
To me, when I first started reading it, it was about the sex. Like, I could be like, yeah, this is like reading porn for me. But once the plot started to get better and better, I was like, I don't care about the sex scene. I'm good. You made the plot really good. It's a really good story. As long as you have something that'll catch me in. Once they started talking like Shaolin monk style kind of shit, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm bagging this. This is a good story. I'm at like chapter 976, and there's like 1053. So this is like One Piece, my bro. From One Piece, my dude.
Lot.
And it only takes me like 10 minutes to read a chapter. Oh, maybe less
Almost
than
at
that.
the end.
It's still ongoing. The dude who's been writing this thing, it's been like 4 years since he started it, and he's still going.
He's still on.
Damn, bro. He needs more Riz, bro. It can't be too much, bro.
No, dude, the story is so good. And then there was like, there's another one that I found on there. It was like, I forgot what it was, like disgraced son-in-law or something like that. And this dude, he's I guess so, what did you call it, like stupid or lame. Like, he marries this bad girl, this bad bitch, because of his grandfather, and after a while something happens to him. He unlocks some kind of like special cultivation technique, and then everything just goes up for him from there. He bags like 5 or 6 bad chicks. He becomes part of the army, becomes like the baddest soldier. Hey, Dad. Uh, gotcha. Like he bags like some of the baddest chicks. He becomes like the leader of like a bunch of soldier. Like this dude has Riz, and he's a doctor, so it gets even. Yeah, no. If I recommend it if you have the app Web Novel. Like it's all those little advertisements on Instagram that kind of led me to finding that app. But I've read it majority all of them so far. There's some pretty good ones.
Eddie.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
turn
I
on
mean-
my cam if I gotta turn off my face cam and then turn on my webcam. So that's
I'm in the animated world.
okay. Turn that off.
Yeah, man. He said.
I said, hey. I kind of like the blur, not gonna lie. Having that blurring everything out except for me, dog. I'm in focus. I'm
Oh. Wait, I screwed up the screen. There we go. Yeah, I screwed up the screen.
Oh, Eddie, I just realized you're a beanie, bro. Like, bro, like, how'd you get that beanie, bro?
Dude, they sold this at KawaiiCon. Yes, sir.
That's
Oh,
custom.
damn.
That's a custom one. That's not like the. It's not the Naruto beanies.
Oh,
Forgot
yeah,
what
no,
the company
'cause-
was called, but it's pretty good.
The
Yeah, because
Chainsaw
like,
Man
my
one.
chat, like,
I think it's Sekia, Seki. I think I took their business card like last year, but I forgot. I forgot what it's called.
just like, yeah, just like call us, you know what I'm saying? Okay, all right, yeah, I'll definitely call you.
Okay, you guys. But they have an Instagram too and stuff, so they could probably have an online shop. So
Oh, snap. This is not a sponsor. This is not a sponsor, I promise. No. That's
I have an H&M beanie. I'm not sponsored by H&M, but let me go grab that too. You know why not? This is my beanie era, dog.
Okay,
Like
well, we're
beanie
talking
era.
sponsors. Hey, guys! I'm sponsored by the company Dubby. Please use my code CHARM for 10% off when you buy it. It is a really good product. Thank you.
Sponsored by? Yo, Dubby.
Dubby, yes, sir.
Shout out to Dubby.
Well, as you can see, Eddie's camera's kind of lagging out there, so that's coming out there. So Monty has stepped away for a second. Any other things we want to cover, guys?
Well, Super Mario 6, no, it's not 64. Super Mario, the movie, the live action movie, has just came out to theaters, and people are going crazy. It has apparently became the newest, the greatest, the most box office. I forgot how much sales it has, but it has surpassed. I forgot what the top movie was before. I don't know.
I think
Probably
Sonic
Avatar.
2.
Yeah, it's surpassed one of those, and it's now the highest grossing animated movie, I believe now. So, hey,
Because like it was Sonic, I think, for like a while, and then. But now Mario's like, no.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch it eventually, but I don't know. It kind of throws me off with the different voice actors. Like Mario's Italian. Why we got Chris Pratt playing him?
Chris Pratt.
That's kind of weird, but hey, to each their own, I guess.
Hey.
I am not looking forward to the Bowser scene because I've already heard the song and it's really fucking irritating. But I give him credit, and it's pretty funny because considering at this point in his career he can do whatever the hell he wants. Like this dude starred in The Mandalorian. Him and Lizzo starred in The Mandalorian. Let's just repeat that again. The Mandalorian. Doesn't make any fucking sense, but I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles with some people.
I am interested though in these movies because I haven't watched Mario yet, but I think I will watch it probably soon, hopefully. But like I'm
Yeah, well.
interested because Because with like Sonic, I think because we're getting Sonic 3 next year, so they're gonna should be, yeah, we're getting Sonic 3 next year, and we got Super Mario this year, and since this one was pretty much a success in terms of how much it made, but they're definitely gonna be a Super Mario 2 in terms of movies. So I'm like, they could make a gaming Nintendo universe if they wanted to, like a
Well,
Nintendo cinematic universe done.
Sega and Nintendo are still separate.
Oh, true, yeah.
We
I
could
forgot
probably
Sonic.
get an Olympic Games movie, but that would be kind of boring.
Or you could get a Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Movie. That would be your Avengers level movie. You could have a Link or Zelda movie
No,
first, then
that's
a
what I've
Kirby
been
movie.
hearing and seeing in the recent, like, I don't think it's leaks, but it's kind of like somebody was pitching it as like a Marvel-ish kind of idea where you have the Mario movie which kicks it off, then you have Legend of Zelda, Kirby, Metroid, and like it goes from the different universes, and then Smash Bros is kind of like that Avenger level movie where we get Super Smash Bros against like, because the first few games didn't have really villains in it, unless you played like the Wii one had a good villain. Like that's how I think they would put it out as. But from what it looks like, it could be that kind of like Avenger style of they actually did did the course of the movies.
A Sonic symbol. I still need to watch Sonic movies too. For I haven't watched any of the video game adaptations yet.
Actually, you should, yeah, because like I did watch two of them. I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But now I'm sitting here like, you know what? This Mario movie came out. I don't know. I gotta watch it because like,
I can't take Sonic seriously. As I remember when the first trailer dropped and it was that really crappy.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I love that they listened to the fans though and they changed it. And they're just like,
I
they
thought they were
add-
gonna keep it and be like, yeah, like I thought they was gonna like just like keep it and just be like, yeah, like just like we don't care. But like, no, like they were like, you know what? They kind of right. They kind of right. This Sonic does kind of look a little ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
There's
they changed it.
I watched Avatar: Way of the Water. What was it, like a week ago?
Yeah.
That movie was so fucking hype. I can't wait till they make more.
It's pretty good too. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, Way of the Water was like so sick to me because one, you look at all the different like sea creatures that they involved in it. Like you could see their warrior mounts. It looked like a mix of like an alligator gar and a flying fish, and I was like, that is sick. The little transport ones that they have, the Elu, that was cool too because it was like it looks like kind of like a Loch Ness monster-ish kind of deal, but it wasn't as dangerous. And then there's the monster that attacked one of the kids. I don't know what it was called, but it looks like a Dunkaclopsis from like the prehistoric age. My favorite thing though was the whale kind of creature, the Tolkien's. That was so cool. I was like, that looks sick. I wish we had those kinds of but it's so terrifying that imagining that those things could really be out there in the universe.
It's true.
As much as it was cool when you think about it, there could be like creatures that are like that out there.
For sure.
Mm.
We don't know what's out there, so anything's possible.
But overall, that movie was like 10 out of 10 for me. Especially because I loved the first Avatar. It's like they're showing the very much. They're showing the very much like environmental deals.
You know what? That does kind of lead me to my next question. Like, do y'all truly think that we are alone? Like, all of us are alone
No,
out in the universe?
no.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
no,
there's a
no.
Star Wars level, like Star Wars cyberpunkish level of worlds out there, where it's like
Yeah.
they can travel from planet to planet, and they've already set up like
Mhm.
an intergalactic like republic or senate for these different species that cross over the universes. Because if it was, I don't believe like Star Trek would be kind of the like Star Trek kind of deal. it's more. I feels like Star Wars is the most similar to what it's probably out there in the galaxy.
I uh
Mm.
I I like I was a huge like conspiracy theorist guy in middle school. So like I like looked up aliens, Area 51, all that good jazz. But like I think the to think that we're alone, like we're the only species or the only planet with like a life,
The only
and
intelligent ones out there.
it I think it's kind of, you know, isn't that dumb? But it's just like I don't, but like because even if like say let's say Neptune, right? Neptune can't harvest or can't support human life, but they can support life that maybe lives off of carbon dioxide instead of oxygen. Just because we live a certain way doesn't mean another species from a different planet can't survive, you know? Like it's I think definitely 100% where there's someone out there or something out there. I think we've already maybe been in contact, question mark, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, that is also a follow-up question. Do you guys think that we've already been in contact with them? Or like have they been here or are they just like passing by or are they like is the government keeping secrets, you know? Or like have they not come to Earth like at all?
I think of it as like Men in Black.
Yeah, probably that. Or
Yeah, like
I feel like, yeah, like I feel like we probably have been in contact with them before, but probably it was like kept in secret. I imagine, just like you know what, no one's got to know this.
mhm.
Like, mm-mm.
Like
Probably that. So, but
I think of it like Men in Black 2. Where he kind of like is protecting this intergalactic princess, like from these people. I feel like it's like that where like the character K gets handed the baby, and like they're protecting her. I feel like they've come to Earth at least once and met with the different governments and like or even before that
mm,
they were probably collecting species or whatever. To me it's I think of it like the Men in Black too, where we have like a peace pack but they're here to like kind of investigate and see how evolution progresses and whatnot. That's just in my head I think of it.
I agree, yeah. Like they're
yeah,
here to that they're analyzing us constantly or they're investigating how a species other than theirs evolved and
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
I think we'll do that too. Like if we were on that level of like we can travel to planets and stuff, I think we want to like analyze another species as well. So I can see that why they're doing that.
plus I think it would be so cool if it's like Jupiter's moons like it's habitable to the point where
Yeah.
it could support life like the Navi and all those different creatures. Like Jupiter has like 3 or 4 moons that maybe out probably have some kind of life out there. We're just not very sure, especially because of how far it is from us to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe
yeah,
one day like I seen like a Reddit prompt where like somebody wrote it like if uh a s- I don't know if like a senator or some kind of diplomat comes from the Star Wars universe or some kind of deal where they come and are like, oh yeah, we were extending this opening to you to come join the Republic, and then we kind of compare it to what our prior knowledge is through like sci-fi movies and whatnot. Oh, by the way, that doesn't end well for the diplomat that comes from the Republic because um, George Lucas, like you know the prequels, everything
yeah,
matches up because the diplomat tells them like, oh, Chancellor Palpatine is so excited for you guys to join the Republic, and the president of the U.S. goes, huh? Chancellor Palpatine from Naboo? And like the diplomat goes, huh? How do you know what Naboo is? And
no,
he tells like, oh, are you guys in like the Separatists or something? Is the Separatists happening? And he's like, what? How do you know that? Like at this point in their wars, like the Clone Wars, so we have like the movies to show them like, uh, technically here, like, you know, Chancellor Palpatine is bad, right? Like the president shows him these movies. Like,
Mm.
I could just imagine, like, one day, sometime in the future, just a diplomat from another galaxy comes and is like, oh, you're welcome to join our intergalactic republic. And then we kind of, like, show them, like, oh, we knew you guys existed. We just weren't very sure. Like, what if George Lucas is an alien who's telling the future for us?
Could be.
Yeah.
Aliens are an interesting topic.
Yeah, sorry to those people who are, like, watching this back or watching it now. Like, we don't mean to get into the conspiracy theory stuff, but we kind of... I guess it was an interesting topic for us to cover at the moment.
I hope I'm able to live long enough to like see that space travel is frequent, you know.
Well, they said by the
Not
end of the
having an-
year we should be able to upload our brains into computers. So.
Hey, I wonder how that's gonna work, cause like, kind of curious.
Think of our brain as
Well-
like a memory, like a storage.
Yeah.
It takes every part of us, and we store our memories or knowledge all up in the brain. So if anything, I think like eventually they'll put like USB ports on people, and you hook up the USB port to the back of your computer, and you can jump in the internet and just play around.
iPhone like plug-in, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what I feel. It feel like it would be like what is the show? Maybe
Black
Overlord.
Mirror. Whatever.
Overlord from the Overlord anime. That's how the guy ends up back in his like. That's how he ends up in the game. Is they've advanced to a point where it's like, oh, I'll sit in like a VR chair or something that hooks up to my neck, and it's like the USB port where he can see everything that's going on. Like that's what I think would probably happen eventually, but yeah, we never know.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how the future plays out. But I think we're in that time gap or time right now where it's like we're in that sliver of time where technology is in between not caveman, but like between like beginning tech and that holy shit we're in the future, you know. So
Yeah.
I think like we're just transitioning to a technological period, which is really cool. It's going to be really interesting. I'm excited.
Well, considering in the 60s, they really thought we'd have flying cars by now. Like, they really thought we'd have flying cars by now. Not even like the 60s, maybe like the 20s. They thought, oh yeah, we'd have flying cars. That didn't end up happening anytime soon.
Dang, I want to fly, bro. What the heck?
I think flying cars like we can do it. It's just I think we need an alternate fuel source. Just because if you run out of fuel while you're flying your car, you're just gonna drop on the ground. So, like, and there's a lot of people who would already run out of fuel, and if you guys crash, like hit up a road crash, you know. So like
A
they
lot
need,
of
like, an
accidents would
alternate fuel source.
happen.
I feel
Yeah.
like some people
Oh,
would
yeah.
test the limits of how high we could go with the flying car. Because, like, we could
Yeah.
end up, like, fucking around in international airspace. And it would be kind of, like, worse. Like, I think it would be, like, that 9/11-ish kind of deal where somebody's going to take a flying car and just crash it into some kind of world monument or whatever else.
It's true. Yeah.
Uh,
Like if everyone had spaceships, it'd be like, oh man.
Yeah, we'd be pretty
Like,
screwed.
oh shit, bro.
But it'd be cool if we had all our spaceships, dude. I can just fly to Dylan's house real quick. Like, yo, I'll be there in 30 minutes, bro.
It's like, all right, bro. I'm outside.
I don't know about that, Eddie. We'd have to go pretty fast.
Imagine, just be like, oh, you're in like, you know, you're in California, you're in Egypt, bro. I'll be right there. We go visit Paris, you know.
All right, man. Like, I'm like right outside the Eiffel Tower, bro. All right, bro.
I'll pick you up in my Storm Rain 5.6 Boeing wing thing.
It would be I think it would be even more dangerous though too because like we have the guys street racing now. Like people street race with their cars.
Oh yeah.
Imagine how bad it would be like with flying cars.
That'd
just
be
like
crazy.
just like race for paint slips in my flying car. You ain't gonna win.
That would cause so many accidents that it would not like some of it wouldn't even be funny. Like we get the first few deaths where like, oh, somebody like crashed their car, street race, not even street. What would you call it? Like sky racing. I'll just go with this sky racing. Like we crashed
Sky race.
sky racing, and then oh, it caused the death of like 7 to 8,000 people or some kind of deal. Like
Illegal sky racing.
yeah, illegal sky racing.
You would also need Sky Police.
Yeah, that too.
You need Sky Police. So I guess, yeah. Maybe fire trucks or something, maybe? Or no, it just crashed on the ground, so probably not.
Yeah, they would crash, and then the next thing you know, you'd have to actually send fire trucks to that location. Unless they're in the middle of the ocean, then that's a different story. You'd have to have like the Coast Guard and like all kinds of people patrolling the waters for hours on end.
Crazy.
I think if we were to have flying cars, I think Hawaii would be the best place to like test it out, especially because the islands are so close together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe like people have family on the other islands where we could like fly like a good 30 minutes to the next island to like refuel and then fly to the next one, talk to your family, stay there for like a day and a half or something, and then just fly back. It wouldn't take that much and it wouldn't cost that much.
Dude, we need like an alternate fuel source, bro. Like imagine using the sun's solar energy as a fuel source for your car. Like, bro. It'd be lit.
Well,
That sort of reminds me of like a story about a guy that made like a car that was like on water that one time, and then like he apparently like died of a heart attack.
he made it powered by water and then died of a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, apparently, and I don't know, I don't know,
He
but
died
Kind of
because of
sketchy.
like. That's interesting. Maybe he like. Maybe he, like the radiation from the car, from the I don't know.
No, no.
or something must have happened to him.
Well,
Or-
conspiracy theories like are saying like, oh, he was killed by like the big oil tycoons or like the gasoline tycoons. Like, I could see that if we had that kind of power source that was powered by water. I think a lot of like the oil companies nowadays would go out of business and it would
Oh,
lose
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people. So I
Because of him.
Yeah. Uh, well,
Like
let's,
once.
yeah, keep going, Eddie. One more time.
Once we find an alternate fuel source, like 'cause I think we're turning electric cars, you know.
Yeah.
But then once we fully transition to like another fuel source, like if we all fully transition to electric, or if we all fully transfer to sun power or something like that, like it would run the oil and gas business out, you know. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
be interesting.
people still have electric. You can still have electric cars. I'm not gonna lie, but like, electric cars aren't as great right now as like gasoline powered ones. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good for the environment. I give it that. But, so like Teslas, they have the battery underneath, like that. There's a little plate that protects the battery. This is the battery. This is the plate. And I know you guys can't see me, but there's a battery and there's the plate. So the plate, if the plate is damaged in any way, it'll fuck up the battery. So if that's the case, at the moment Tesla is not really that great of a product to be using, if I'm being honest. Like if they can fix that issue, perfect. My dad is a mechanic and he's been a mechanic for years, since I was a kid, since even before. But like he's told me like Tesla is not really that good of a car, because if say you go over a speed bump a certain way, right? As you're going over the speed bump, once you hit that speed bump and you're going a certain speed, if you're not slowing down whatsoever, you pop that plate, it'll bust the battery, and then your car will just cease to not work. That's why I'm thinking in my head at the moment Tesla's not really that great with the battery powered car. Like If you can improve that function of your car, glad I will protest and say Tesla's a good product. But anything other than that, if you damage that battery, you're screwed. You'd have to buy a whole new car. And Tesla's like what, millions of dollars at this point to buy just a to just buy a car, like.
Expensive.
Yeah, I'm not saying like it's a bad product, but you need to work on that before you can be like, oh, before we can be like pitching alternate fuel sources. Like Tesla would be the guys to pull that product. Like if you make it cheap enough, there'll be enough people to buy a Tesla. And then we can change from gasoline and oil to electric and fuel stations that'll actually help the growth. And it'll help like the whole global warming crisis and whatever else. But that's just my 2 cents into the subject. Well, we should probably get off the conspiracy theory shit, because
Conspiracy.
that was a very long conversation. We went
Alright,
from
next
movies to conspiracy theory. God, guys. Oh.
Dude, I was like, as soon as we brought up aliens, I'm like, let's go.
So, anything people looking forward to in the next year? Like, you guys have any expectations or whatever else? Like,
Like in general?
better yet. Me and Eddie will take it away for the WrestleMania reactions. Was I not right on most of my predictions?
Dude, the Demon Finn Balor should have won that match, bro.
Eddie, what are
He
you
should have
saying?
won.
This build-up has been happening for so long.
I was shocked. I was watching it, and then like, cause I stayed away from, so I was at QuaiCon for both days, but then it was the same time as WrestleMania, so I didn't go on social media during those days, so I wanted to watch it without knowing anything, or without knowing the spoilers, so I did, and I was like, okay, nice, and then because like Finn Balor, he got like, I don't know if
He got destroyed.
yeah, or like then I don't know if you saw the clip, but during the match,
Mhm.
Edge tossed a ladder at Finn, but he tossed it at directly at his head. So it busted Finn's head open, like legit, and you can see the
Oh,
blood rushing down his face. And then
oh,
yeah, he had to get like staples mid match. Like he got staples
damn.
real quick. It was like 14 staples is what he said. Like he got staples real quick, and then they ended the match 2 minutes later. But like I think they definitely had to rush the match just because if he got like a huge hit after that, he probably would have had a concussion or something. So I'm glad he's all right, you know. But
Well,
believe
Dang.
I
Okay.
I told you, Eddie. Like most of my predictions were right. I was really pissed off at the Cody versus Roman match. Like, God, it was so stupid for
your
me.
mic's like cutting in and out, bro. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. Now we can fully
Yeah.
hear.
Oh wait, I'm like watching it right now. Oh yeah, yeah.
It was cutting
It
it
like
out.
hit him
Okay.
like
Well,
it hit
thank
him
you
like
for second monitoring, guys. I needed that. But for like the Cody and Roman match, I was really pissed off. Cody was so goddamn close. It was so pissed off. But I didn't watch most of the matches for the second day. I only did watch that Roman versus Cody. I did watch all of the first day though. I really
Yeah.
did enjoy that. The second day was my favorite though because like they did the Hall of Fame sum up, and just seeing those legends up on the stage like Stacy Keibler, that was sick. Ray was up there, the Great Muta, and then we had like Andre the Giant's road buddy was up there. Like he, even though he passed away, his family was there to like be his like posthumous representation, as well as like Andy Kaufman. He needed to be in there because he kind of put Memphis and he put Jerry the King Lawler kind of on the map because they needed that for that push. But I really did enjoy that second day. The first day, oh God, I loved I loved Ray coming out. You had Snoop Dogg and the Lowrider coming out with him and the Dr. Dre song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had Eddie's theme song playing, and he came out with the Viva la Raza. And then Ray just did his entrance. I was like, that's so fucking sick. Such a throwback.
Mm.
Dude, mommy won, dude. Mommy won.
No, I knew that was gonna happen because like Charlotte dethroned Rhea 2 years ago. So we needed like a redemption. And I'm not like Rhea's character right now is really good. I love it. Like
Fire.
it's a fire character. But like this whole Dominic and Rhea deal is kind of weirding me out. Cause I know like I keep up with like the wrestling like couples and circles and whatever. And Rhea's boyfriend is like a wrestler for AEW and it's kind of weird for me. I haven't watched AEW in a while too, but I've been like seeing clips and stuff like yeah, they're doing a good product, but at the moment it's a little bit too much gore and blood. I think that's where they're starting to fall from, but they're making a lot of money with it, so I guess that's a good thing.
Alright, Dylan. So Rhea Ripley, her nickname right now is Mommy. Just for context.
Huh?
No, okay,
So-
it's not the mommy you're thinking of, like MOM.
It kind of is.
No,
bit.
no, like some people are spelling it like that, but if we're putting it in the context of like Latino culture, it's mommy MAMI. Because so if Dylan, if you don't know the wrestling history, hello. Okay, there we go. I didn't see my picture light up. If you don't know wrestling history, Eddie Guerrero, one of like the greatest wrestlers of all time, actually. Do you happen to know who China is?
I do.
Okay.
I actually do.
So Eddie Guerrero and China used to be like. Eddie Guerrero used to be like the Latin lover kind of deal. That's what his gimmick was at one point. But China is mommy, like MAMI. That's how like their gimmick started off as. And if you look at Dominic and Rhea, the two stars of today, they look eerily similar to Eddie and China. So I think I love that they did that. It's a great like callback to history. But to me it's not weird. I just think it's such a great history, like we get the repeat of it.
Look at John, look at it.
Oh, is this for me?
Yeah, it is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, open.
You want me to open it? Oh, I just got a shirt from WrestleMania.
That's your
Hey.
My mom bought it for me because I like look at that. It's a. I don't usually do John Cena, but I really did
Hey,
love
this is
the
your
shirt
shirt.
that he had. Yeah, this one
Yeah.
because it looks like the character selection screen for like Mortal Kombat and like old school video games.
Very nice.
How can he not be like that? It's cool. That's a cool shirt.
Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
That was such a great.
It was really good. Which means that Roman's reign, there's no way they're ending it
Yeah.
like at a normal pay-per-view. He's gonna hold it for like the next year until WrestleMania 40 most likely.
No,
So-
no, God, please, somebody dethrone him, huh?
At this point, he's been holding it for like 2-3 years. This is his third year, I think. So a reign that big, you can't end it at a normal pay-per-view or like a regular show. So they'll end it at a WrestleMania.
Go back downstairs.
What's that?
Yeah.
Uncle's doing something. Get going. Sorry about that. That was my nieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Roman has to be dethroned sometime in the next couple months because it's getting kind of ridiculous.
I think they could do a bit more with it. They've been teasing. Well, not the Usos don't got the titles, the tag titles. They can play a bit more with like an inner break, like a inner bloodline breakdown. You could have the Jay versus Roman, the Jimmy versus Roman. Like maybe Jay starts to, or he's already getting pissed at Roman, right? So you could do like the Jay versus Roman, and then you could have Jay or Jimmy backing up his brother Jay. So you could do the Jimmy versus Roman, and they could eventually do the Solo Sikoa, who's the enforcer. You can do the Solo Sikoa versus Roman. Maybe Solo is like, nah, I'm done working for you. Let me take things solo. So and he's like, I'm gonna take your championship, bro. Oos. So, but I think that'd be cool to have all three
Yeah,
going against him,
it's
and then it's, yeah,
you can
it's
already
gonna be
see it happening. Like very
for sure.
slowly, it's happening.
I think it's gonna be beautiful storytelling too.
Yeah,
Like the same way that they did with like Sammy and his story, which made like everyone cry and it was really really good. I think they'll do the same thing with like those three feuds of Jimmy versus Roman, Jay, and Solo.
yeah.
I think they'll do it because it's their blood. You can easily create good stories with blood. So
I did love the after the. I don't usually watch the post show, which is the interviews and whatnot. But like day one's post show was actually really good because then when they had Sammy and Kevin on, they talked about like they were so proud to be like have represented all their different like their experiences from like Ring of Honor, PWG, New Japan, and all those places that they went to make their names. But I loved how they were like, oh, we lost our good friend a couple years back, or not a couple years, but like a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Uh, so we want to thank them for what they've done for our career, and we miss him every day. Like they called out to their friends, the Briscoes, and I really thought that was such a good deal. Like you don't see that in wrestling where they don't cross over very often, but when it comes to those kinds of things, it'll cross over very well. Like, cause like during the was it during Cody's match, -1 was there, or like Brody Lee's son was there. You seen Brandy there, seen his daughter there. Like that was another crossover in wrestling where it's like, oh, we see their other half, or we see the people from the different companies kind of like representing each other. I just felt like that was a great moment. I do love when wrestling kind of breaks to the real life and they're very like friendly with each other.
yeah,
Okay, so while we're still in the wrestling corner, uh, did you see Vince McMahon and WWE have been sold to UFC's parent company?
yeah. Apparently I think they sold it. Did they sell it to UFC or are
They
they're
sold
doing
it
something?
to the parent company, and I don't know what the parent company is, but now it's UFC and WWE are under the same banner, which is kind of weird.
Hmm. You know what that means, dude? Roman Reigns is gonna take that UFC title too.
God, that would not end well.
No, I'm joking. They were gonna keep the products separate though. They're gonna keep both brands separate. I
Yeah,
I don't see them merging or anything.
they're gonna keep them separate, but that crossover could happen, and I'd laugh.
Good.
Okay, we have anything else you guys want to talk about?
Dylan, you have any question?
Um, no. Well, hmm, hmm, maybe. Well,
Maybe.
honestly, no, no, no. Never mind. I can't think of anything right now. um, oh, hmm. I
Monty
think
has
like
stepped out, so keep going.
I think like honestly like while like y'all were talking about wrestling, it kind of reminded me because like I know a little bit about the I'm a Chris I'm a Benoit thing from
Yes,
like
Chris Benoit.
or Benoit, yeah,
Yeah.
from like a long time ago, and I was kind of like, wait, like I remember that name from somewhere, and I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I forgot that situation that happened. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about. Oh yeah,
Do you want me to give you the whole
oh
rundown?
yeah, sure.
I am a wrestling historian, as I have gone
Give me the
back and
rundown.
watched these matches. Okay.
Wow.
So, for the audience out there, if you don't know who Chris Benoit was, he was one of the greatest professional wrestlers out there. Like he was a great worker in ring. But for those who don't know, he actually had killed his wife and his son, and himself after. At first, they thought it was like breaking and entering, or they thought it was like suicide or whatever. But when they found out it was a murder case, it became a very big subject, and he's been wiped from pretty much all the records of WWE. Like you can still find stuff that he was in from like a while back, but they don't they don't advertise that kind of stuff. And Chris Benoit, he was a great wrestler. I'm not gonna lie. Some of his best tag team partners and best matches were against like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho. He was in some of the first TLC matches with like Edge. The he did like Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, like some of these great teams, and he's wrestled some of the greatest guys in history, like Randy, Cena, all those guys. But for what had happened, it was supposedly CTE, which is if you've taken bumps or enough concussions, it causes brain damage to the point where you're like, especially steroid use too was one of the big things that caused this whole ordeal. But from he had such a great career, but that stuff that happened, and what he did was very like a monster thing. Like those two did not have to die. It was such a sad thing, but that's just how it is. His wife isn't even in the Hall of Fame. His wife was a wrestler too. She was one of like the very first female valets. Like her character was called like Woman. That's what I can remember much. But I've gone back and I've looked at different stuff like that. Like Benoit was one of the like he was a great wrestler. I remember watching matches of his as a kid. Like I bought the DVDs from like Blockbuster and I would watch those matches. But you can't change what's happened. It kind of just changes the story and the gravitation of it all. But I don't like don't get me wrong, I condone what he did, but the fact of the matter is he was such a great wrestler, and he tried to be like his hero who was
I was like, Chad, like, where are you at? I
oh
was like,
oh sorry I guess I didn't talk loud enough for it to catch me. Like I don't condone what he did, but he tried to be like some of his heroes who was like Dynamite Kid. Like he was a big Canadian fan, so that was probably one of his causes of the CTE was too many head bumps. It can cause that problem. Not to mention the steroids. He also kicked the Miz out of the locker room, which is I find it pretty funny. Just putting it out there. Like there's that infamous story where the Miz was kicked out of the locker room because he was eating chicken, and Miz wasn't allowed to like change in the locker rooms for like I think it was a good 6 or 7 months. Till he asked the Undertaker, and the Undertaker was like, "Yeah, no, come on back. You go to the general if anything." Okay. Anything else we want to go through?
Let's go back to that question you had earlier. What are you guys the most looking forward to?
yeah.
Could be about life. Could be about art. Not art, but like like movies, games, your life. books, anything interesting gonna happen? You
The
know?
Pokemon
Any?
DLCs. I want to play it so bad already.
Ooh.
Uh, I'm pretty sure everyone's already said. Well, not pretty sure. I already know everyone's already said this already. But GTA 6 for one. There's like
Sir.
plenty more, but like GTA 6, because like especially since that got leaked like a few months ago, I think, and I was like, okay, you know what? So you know what? Like it's all right. It's gonna be coming out. Don't know when, but considering like they're still like working on like GTA like online stuff, and I'm just like, man, like it's been like what, like 10 years since the game came out, or probably more. But damn,
Literally been 10 years, bro. Came out 2013, GTA 5.
yeah, bro. Like I was in like what? Like I was in like what, in like high school? No, not school. I was in like elementary school when it came out. I was like, dang, bro. Like, dang.
It's crazy. Dude, GTA 6 about to go crazy though.
No,
It's
I
gonna
gotta
be,
go crazy.
We got 3 years, boys. Don't worry.
yes, sir. Probably over 3 years, 2, 3 years.
2 or 3 years.
I
Yeah.
oh, speaking of games, I'm really excited. Um, they've announced that they just haven't released any footage or anything yet, but it is The Last of Us, the next multiplayer. Like
Mm,
Naughty Dog's next project, is The Last of Us, but in multiplayer, which they did it for the first game, but they've been working on this multiplayer since even on production of the second game. So like it's been for like 2 3 years now. They think they're working on it, but I think like it seems to be like an open world type of version of The Last of Us multiplayer, which imagine, dude, you could just like create your own character and like just be in that world, in that big open world, and encounter other players too, trying to survive and stuff. And I think there's probably gonna be other modes too, like maybe like I think the original mode for factions had like you like a 5 versus 5 where like you would craft and do that The Last of Us type of gameplay style, while also like um taking or like having like a team deathmatch style. So I think, but this one's gonna be very more expansive than that. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that, especially I don't know. I'm really interested in seeing what Naughty Dog does every time. Like everything Naughty Dog has done, they've knocked it out of the park. Like we've seen what Santa Monica done with God of War, and what other studios are there? Like every other PlayStation studio has like exceeded expectations with the PS5 games so far, and like I'm really excited for Naughty Dog's next PS5 game because like it can literally be the best thing like in the world, and I'm so excited for the Naughty Dog's next project.
So it's gonna be kind of like Daisy plus what is that other game? You know the one that the logo is like in orange. Is it Raft? No. Uh, starts with an R.
Is it? Oh,
I forgot what it was called.
oh,
But
not sure.
it's so you're telling me it's gonna be like Daisy kind of dealish. Well, not
Yeah,
really like Daisy, but like it's kind of like a Fallout. Fallout. Not. Oh, what's the? I forgot what the Fallout game is. The one that's like multiplayer and it's all over the like the online world. I forgot what it was called.
Is it Dying Light?
No, not Dying Light. It's right in. Like the logo is orange and black. It's like one of like the most like streamed games. I forgot what it was called.
I am
wait a
so
minute.
excited. They are hiring art. So
Artis.
they are hiring for the. Hold on, let me see. Let me get y'all. I don't know if you're excited for that too, but I am. It's gonna, it's gonna be great. I still need we still need to finish the series too, season one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Like no, cause like we keep like saying that like they should finish it. I'm just like, bro. Oh my
Well,
god. But
I'm
I will
looking.
say,
Oh, go for it then.
okay, I will say, um, like a game that I played and I beat already, and like I recommend it to everybody, which I'm sure people will probably already play by now. But like, please play Resident Evil 4 remake.
I want to
It's
play
so
that, bro.
good. Yeah, it's so good, bro. I'm not listen. Like, I won't spoil it, but I will say that like, I mean, it's sort of almost same game, but still, like it's so good. I say it is worth like the actual like price of $60. But no, it's like a really really good game, and I recommend it to everyone that likes Resident Evil, or likes survival horror. You know what I'm saying? Or just like Leon Kennedy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like if you wanna, I don't know, like see him again or something. No, but bro, please play it. It's so good. I'm not even gonna lie.
We should watch the Halo TV series next time.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh god, wait. No, wait. No. I forgot all
Master
about that.
Cheeks, dude. Master Cheeks.
Bro, don't remind me.
Crazy.
Oh no, bro, nah.
I,
Bro.
I I think they'll make a. I feel like they'll make another Resident Evil movie though down the line. I can see that happening. That'd be cool.
You-
They
I
did make like I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm for me, I'm looking forward to uh the next few months. There's a lot of good anime series. Like the next, like, okay, the next few like months and even into next year, there's gonna be a lot of good series coming out, and I think I can't wait for it. Like my favorite one so far that I've seen is like, uh, there's a manga that I've been reading for a while. It's called The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Really Love Me. I'm so weirded out by the fact that it's getting an anime adaptation, and it's gonna happen sometime in the next few months. I'm like, that's no, thank you, but hey, it's gonna be pretty cool, I guess. Like, a lot of the
Yeah,
manga that I'm reading now is getting anime adaptations, and I'm like, how, when, did this happen? Who thought it was a good idea? But like, I just can't wait till they come out so I can judge it for myself. Considering I've
yeah.
read the source material.
Mm.
It's gonna be so good. Dude, I'm excited. I think Mappa is having a stage event on May 21st, which is when they're gonna reveal more information about their future projects. So hopefully they announce Chainsaw Man season two's release date because I'm looking excited. I'm excited about that, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And then JJK and of course Attack on Titan because I need more. I need more. I need to be cooked. I need to be eaten. Wait, what? I need to eat. Never mind. Because you know how the saying "Let me cook." Like Mappa, they're cooking, and I want to eat what they're cooking.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. They listen, bro. Mappa gotta take a break. Listen, I'm just saying that because, bro, like it's like anime after anime after anime, bro. I'm like, listen, stop for a
They've
minute,
worked
bro.
on.
Just like, bro, like their hands gonna be like burning, bro, from like, cause like, bro, like, just like they're cooking, bro. They're cooking. I'm like, dang.
Chainsaw Man is so. I'm sorry. I'm refusing to watch it.
It's
Not for a
pretty
long
interesting.
time.
I gotta read it. I gotta read the manga as well.
I want to like. I think So I'm not a manga reader, so I've only watched the first. Like, there's only one season out, but I really enjoyed it. It was pretty nice. It was so I'm like, and dude, at KawaiiCon there was literally so many Chainsaw Man cosplayers, so many. Like, oh my god, it was beautiful. It was amazing seeing all them
Dang.
Charles. That and maids. I don't know why maid. There was a lot of maids outfits this year, but there's a lot of maids at
Just like,
QuickCon.
yeah, yeah, man. Like, just like I'm Denji. No, I'm Denji. No, I'm Denji.
Yeah, it was so cool. One of my friends went as Katana Man, and then um they he saw Denji like so and they want a picture. But then once they came together, everyone started surrounding them like, "Hey, can you picture time?" You know, so it was pretty cool. It was nice. I did enjoy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you both gotta go QuickCon next year, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun.
If I do, then I'm probably gonna cosplay as like a certain character that no one's gonna really know from an anime that no one's gonna really know. Like, like, like now I'm thinking about it because like imagine like I'm just like, hey, look, I'm this character. Wait, who is that? Oh, uh, um, never mind.
Chilling, I'm not kidding. I think it was on Saturday or Sunday. Someone cosplayed as Big Smoke from GTA San Andreas, bro. Like 400%. I was like, oh my god, he had the bat and everything too, dude. Like
Bro,
100%.
you can't forget the bat, bro. That's like attention to like detail, bro. You can't forget the bat.
I was like, my god, Big Smoke. It's crazy.
Damn, bro.
I haven't watched Chainsaw Man, and I'm kind of refusing to right now. I'm refusing to for just multiple reasons. I don't do that supernatural horror shit, but I did watch JJK, so it may take me a while to get around to it. Give me about a year.
JJK.
It'll take a while.
Yes, sir, dude. Yes, sir. I think before next con. I want to watch a lot. I want to watch Demon Slayer. I want to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I want to watch Spy X Family. I haven't gotten to finish that yet. I want to watch. I think those are the main ones that I wanted to watch before. Dude, speaking of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, dude, where is Arcane season 2, dog? When? Where is that?
Um, I think they're still working on it. I forgot how long it took them to make like season one, because like I know it took them like a long while, or like a long time I think for them to like actually like fully make season one.
What
And
was the
I
other shows you were talking about, Eddie? Sorry, Dylan. I'll let you get back to your point.
I said Cyberpunk Edge Runner, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Demon Slayer, and Spy X Family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue on, Dylan.
yeah, because like I think Arcane obviously is so good because like I know like when they first announced it, it took them like like a long time for them to like actually like release season one. So I think they said that like is that Jinx, bro? Oh
Er,
snap! Is that, oh snap!
Jinx.
There's the thing though, right? Like I love the show, but I don't play the game. I would never play
Dude,
the game. Like I'll never play it. But you
tried
know
it once,
what?
never again.
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? Like really good show. The game, I won't play it, but you know what? It's okay.
Oh, it's
I love the
Cyberpunk
characters though.
It's
Oh,
League of
League.
Legends. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
League of
not
Legends.
worth the grind. Don't do it.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know, what? I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it. I was like, no. But yeah, no, like, I wonder how long it'll take like season two because like I don't think not as long, but who knows? Who knows? Because that took them like a long time to like fully make it.
Yeah.
Spy Family. I don't think I'm gonna watch. I've read the manga, but Spy Family, like after the first few episodes, I was kind of off of it. Demon Slayer. I refuse. I refuse with such a grind in my heart that Demon Slayer is such a trash anime. I can't. But yeah, no, sorry. I had to say that. I have not watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, or I haven't watched Arcane either. But Edge Runners, I don't think I could watch it. Like I love like the gore and kind of not well, it's not really gore, it's more like technology, but to me, I don't want to get invested in a romantic plot and then be very upset when when it doesn't end up my way. Arcane, I'm not really a fan of League, so I won't watch
Bro,
it.
I will explain to you, bro. Arcane is the best show. Dude, I told my friends who had like convinced watching it, dude. I was like, not only is it a good like video game adaptation, but like it's just genuine storytelling. Like the storytelling is so simple, yet so damn good. It's like, dude, it's literally I think that or The Last of Us is my favorite show. Like I've only seen 4 episodes of The Last of Us, I think, but like it's already one of my favorite shows. But Arcane, dude, it's just oh, like just yeah.
Arcane was. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love the dystopian side of it, but I'm gonna be honest. I am a romance connoisseur when it comes to anime. I can't. I can't. I don't like the action. I need the romance. Romance is my deal. I am such a
Mm.
connoisseur in it. Most of my manga has romance. Most of my light novels have romance. Dude, I am a romance connoisseur. I can show you my Crunchyroll list. Most of it is romance. Most of it, other stuff was just stuff that I added on because it looked interesting.
Yeah.
I need the romance.
Mm.
Arcane,
Gotta
I'll
get that
eventually
romance.
get around to watching it. I'll probably watch 1 or 2 episodes, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not gonna watch it.
No, you need to watch all three because they're in arcs. So like the first 3 episodes is one arc, and dude, you gotta. So good.
Here's what I'm gonna
That's
say
all.
when it comes to watching anime, and to tap out when you don't like it. You have to at least watch 1 or 2 episodes to get your kind of feel for it. If you don't like it by the end of the second episode, then just stop watching. That's all it is. So I'll probably watch it and be like, "Yeah, this is cool." Like I heard good things. I'm not gonna like bash on it, but
Yeah.
I'll probably get around to watching it. Maybe watch 2 episodes. If I like it, then I'll continue. But I'll probably tap out at some point.
But
Do we have any other?
have we all played Assassin's Creed here? Have we all played Assassin's Creed games here?
Yeah, I have.
I haven't
Chad?
played the first one. I have played the third, the second, and the. No, sorry. I haven't played 1 and 2. I have played the third and like the spin-off with the girl. So. Oh, and I have played the newer ones, like the Egypt one.
Hey, so I've been listening to the soundtrack recently, just because like I don't know, I woke up one morning and I was like, let me play some Assassin's Creed music in my head. I was like, oh, so good. But the question is, what is your favorite Assassin's Creed game?
Dude, probably two. I ain't gonna lie.
Three was the colonial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the
The
guy
Connor.
he's an Indian, yeah.
Yeah.
Three,
Yeah.
because that's where all the good that game and Black Flag had all the good sea shanties. So
Mm.
yeah. 3 is good. I did very much like the colonial side of it where it was like, oh, you go to this house, recruit guys from the militia. Go to this house, collect guys from the militia. You can jump guys, jump British soldiers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's so interesting to me. Black Flag, I love the pirate aspect. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I've only played 3 and the girl with the spin-off and the Egypt one. I thought it was interesting to take it back to Egypt, because then you had Greece. You had the Greek one that came out not too long ago. You had Egypt that came out not too long ago, and you also had is it Vikings? Ragnarok,
It was
right?
Yeah.
Valhalla.
Valhalla, there it is. I thought that was interesting. Like, that guy's bloodline goes fucking far back, and like the Greek one, his family was what? What is it? His family was
forgot.
demigods,
I think so. Yeah.
because their their dad or their grandfather is like Leonidas, which is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought it was a very interesting thing. Like the Egypt one, I liked too because I was like, I could see it. Valhalla, okay, I give you that. Vikings, you can never go wrong with a Viking in a game. They're always so sick. Like For Honor did the good thing with Vikings. Like you put Vikings in any game, people are gonna buy it.
It's true. For me, I definitely so Black Flag and Origins are my two favorites. But Black Flag I think was literally my first open world type of game. So it was like my first Assassin's Creed game. But like dude, I fell in love like instantly. I was like the colors and the palette of it was beautiful. The sea, having your own pirate ship and just having that free reign, it was just so cool. I really liked just being a pirate. It's pretty awesome. I want to be a pirate. And then Origins, dude. I've always had a fascination with like Egypt and the pyramids. So just going there, like in the game and being in that atmosphere in that setting, and Bayek is a character too. Like he's super like he's a stoic badass, but also like the story is centered about like he's a badass character, but his story is more centered around like his family and who he wants to be as a person, which like like that having a story of it's a personal story, but also you got to be an assassin and be a badass too. At the same time, you got to balance that out. I think it was a really good story, and I wish they treated Bayek the way they treated Ezreal, where like they made 3 games of him because he was a fantastic character. But oh, I did play Odyssey. That was the Greek one. I put like 30 hours into it, and I thought it was really good. I just got tired of it just because it's a huge game.
It's a huge game and it's very tedious.
It is.
Plus,
And
you can pick between the female and the male character, which I thought was
Yeah.
actually an interesting.
one thing, dude. So like Origins didn't have this problem, but Odyssey did. It's like so you have to be a certain level to progress to the main story. So like if you finish one main mission, but then the next main mission you have to be like 3 levels more than what you are now. You have to do like a bunch of side quests, which I feel like I was like I messed with the pacing of the story, and I'm just like I don't really want to go through these side missions to get to my main story, So I'm glad that I don't think Valhalla did that. I think they fixed that problem with Valhalla, but I think that's one reason I didn't finish the Odyssey story just because of that. Like I put like 30 hours into it, but like I needed to do side quests and it became mandatory.
No, yeah,
Dude,
that's a good way of putting it. Like, they didn't have your story, like the story plot that you wanted, and you had to do all these like tedious side quests just to get higher up in the totem. But
exactly.
yeah, no, that's fair. When you're playing a game and you really want to just get to the main story, that's fair. You quit because it was like fuck it. You're making me do all these tedious things for no reason.
Yeah. I didn't play Valhalla. I played like so I got Valhalla. I do have the disc for Valhalla, but then I'm at that point in life where I'm just too busy to go ahead and sit down for like 10 hours and play games. So and it is a big game too. But I hopefully I will get to it because I've always wanted to play it. But like with the new RPG games where you can like switch or choose your gender for the character, I feel like the story for the character isn't as like connectable as like a Bayek or like a Ezio because like they're making the story they're not making it as specific as they can because you got to choose your gender, you got to choose your character, you got to create it, but like the story isn't centered towards hit that personality or something. So I feel like you're losing that bit of a story in there.
Well,
I love having
I
that story,
think
so.
Odyssey had that, which was weird. Like, don't get me wrong, like they're trying to get the representation. I understand, but considering like the games that came after Odyssey, which was like the Egypt and Valhalla, like they were just like let's just stick to the one main character. I guess so. Odyssey was like their test run and seeing how people would react to that, and I think
Yeah.
because of Odyssey, like it's a good game. Like you can sit there and watch somebody play Odyssey for a long time and be like interested in the plot.
Yeah.
But I think they were just trying to be like, let's try to be inclusive for like the next generation and see how people react to it. And like even like the old school Assassin's Creed fans and the new school Assassin's Creed fans were probably like what you had said. Like, I have to do this side quest in order to get a level up. No, no, thank you. And it might have made it weird for them. Understandable. But they've used the same thing from what when did the first Assassin's Creed game come out? Like 90, 99? Like with the PS2? Like the first game came out with the PS2 or the PS1? Like
The PS2, yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
about the PS2, so there were a lot of fans from that time. So people over the years just got used to like having the one main character and all the story plots making sense. So I can understand that. But hey, to each their own. I really did like I haven't played Odyssey, I haven't played Valhalla, but I thought it was interesting because then you see the different character reactions for Odyssey. You pick the girl, literally half the time somebody's trying to sleep with you. It's pretty funny. You pick the guy, they're still trying to sleep with you, but it's like in a different context. But like Valhalla, I thought it was interesting because Odyssey, I think a lot of people picked the girl character because don't get me wrong, attractive, greatest, one of the most attractive character models I've seen. But like they took her because she's one of the most popular characters that has shown up so far in the Assassin's Creed, and she shows up in Valhalla, doesn't she? Like, so in one of the parts, she shows up in Valhalla and tries to beat the hell out of the main character.
Yeah.
But I think
believe that.
Odyssey was just their test run to be like inclusive, and I guess so it just backfired because a lot of fans were like over it.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next games though. Like the Assassin's Creed Mirage is their next game. I think it's coming out either this year or next year, question mark. But it's more they have a it's more like back to that original roots of having just a main character. No, they're focusing less on the RPG mechanics like the past three games they've had. But they're focusing more on like how the basics of Assassin's Creed. So I'm really excited for that one.
Then don't they have one coming out in like maybe 6 or 7 years that was like what was it, ninjas?
Yeah, and I put the image up. I was like, so they're having Assassin's Creed Codename Jade with that as a mobile title, and then so the one coming out this year and next year is Assassin's Creed Mirage, and then I think they didn't announce release date, but Assassin's Creed there's gonna be a Japan setting.
Isn't it like
Oh,
Codename
yeah,
Red or
yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, Codename Red. So I don't know when that's coming out, but that one's one of the next
I
projects.
think that one is
Then-
gonna be the most interesting, like most sold game.
And the last one I think they're working on is Codename Hex. So that one's like based on the Blair Witch Trials or like a witch.
Oh, like Salem Witch Trials.
Yeah, Salem Witch Trials. That's what it's based on. Something really interesting.
That's pretty interesting. I give it that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm kind of excited for maybe the next few years of Pokemon games, because now that we have the open world kind of mechanic of it, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But if they're gonna keep doing this, then they're gonna have to come up with even more clever names. Like we have a fucking pig called Lechonk. That's kind of weird.
Lechonk.
Lechonk. I
Did you play
really do hope that the next few games are really good. Pokemon fans out there love it.
Pokemon. I need to I want to play Pokemon Go, dude. Imagine having I want to play it. Like, dude, all of us, let's go on a car ride, and let's just play Pokemon, bro.
I still have it.
Okay.
Let's go, bro.
Well, Dylan, you can if you still have it, if you have it on your phone or whatnot. When you come to Hawaii, there's a regional here that you can only get here, which is pretty funny.
Oh, in Hawaii?
Yeah, there's one
Okay.
that's only region locked to here. I think it was.
Oh damn.
Comfy. It's like a flower lei, which is a Hawaiian staple. You ever see like those little like flower things around people's necks? All those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lei. So it's a very interesting.
Okay.
Once Dylan comes here, we're gonna teach him the Hawaiian ways, bro. Teach you how to swim.
No, let's not. Dylan, do you know how to swim? Just.
No,
I'm not trying to play into the black stereotype. I just gotta ask.
I don't know how to swim either. I'm just joking.
No. I'm like, I would probably like immediately drown.
Okay, so that's fair. We'll have to be careful with that.
Dude, all of my friends, they're just let's toss you in, and that's how you'll learn.
Okay, no, that's
Like-
cruelty. That's what that is.
what if I drown?
I grew up going to the beach as a kid, so learning to swim was normal for me. And like jumping off of rocks and stuff was what I did for fun too as a kid, so that's normal.
Yeah.
You're looking at 360 pounds of Hawaiian muscle.
365 pounds.
But yeah, so when it comes to that, Well, hopefully you ever come here, Dylan. We got you.
He's coming here. He's coming here next year, dog. For Quackon.
Hey, you paying for that ticket? Cause I ain't.
Oh yeah. I know, like, obviously I'm going to.
That's probably like $400 like round trip for you. But if we were talking about Zawudi coming with you too, that's 800. And at the moment, I am broke.
The I'll talk to you more about this on or what not live, but definitely like if you do come here, for KawaiCon, can definitely plan
Mhm.
something, can set it up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We could do a Power Rangers cosplay.
We could do a in-person podcast too.
We'd have to get
Oh
like
yeah.
mics and everything.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Well,
Make in-person content, dude.
I'm gonna probably be paying Eddie as an editor pretty soon because I'm gonna ask him to take care of some of this stuff. Because if we're doing in-person podcast, then it's gonna be like we have to set up a table somewhere, and people are gonna be like, "What are these fools doing?"
Dude, no, at con there was someone who's walking around with a sign. It's like, "Let me interview you for TikTok." So you can do stuff like that, dude.
Oh yeah, we could, but we'd have to like set up an actual in a really good place, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like, oh, we're yeah, I know guys, like, yeah, you wanna say hi, like, we're doing a podcast. Kind of weird, but hey,
That'd be so fun. Like we're at a hotel, right? All of us, all four of us, and then we ask someone at con like, "Hey," probably no one would say yes to this because it's kind of weird. But like, "Hey, you want to come over to our hotel and record a podcast with us?" Kind
somebody
of a
would
weird
probably be
question.
down to do it. I'm not gonna lie, somebody would
Yeah,
be down to do it, especially if they're
someone would be
weebs.
down. Yeah, someone would be down.
But
Definitely, if we ask
yeah,
like a female, probably be like two or like three or
we'd
like a
have
whole
to
group.
bring like a whole bunch of people with us. It would be a
Yeah,
different. Like I wouldn't want to bring like two or three different like girls up with us and then be like, they kind of be weirded out. Like
yeah.
maybe we invite like, oh, if you want to come and then bring a few of your friends, like we can do a recording together and then we'll interview you guys and see how your reactions to the day is, whatever.
That'd be really fun though. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down on our idea list, bro. I'm gonna write that down. An in-person, how do I? Here's my screen. An in-person podcast.
Yeah, it would be a very interesting setup.
Yeah.
The sounds like Dylan is out.
Dylan is
Oh no,
not.
sorry. I'm like texting while y'all were talking, so I was like, let me answer this real quick. Before I like anyway. Hi.
Well, I'm trying to find some place that we can like post the audio so we can get it out there. But this was this is kind of just starting to be the best. Like if we can schedule to do this on Wednesdays all the time, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That would depend
Um,
on
uh,
my schedule, your guys' schedule too. So
Oh yeah,
we're getting
yeah,
old.
yeah.
We're having schedules. Getting old.
yeah, we could probably do this in the morning, I guess, if you guys were up for it. But
I am down for it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I usually work around 2 or something.
Yeah.
So, sorry to those people that are watching and are like, why are they talking about schedules? Well, we will try to bring this podcast every week if we can possibly, but we'll see how that goes. You guys want to wrap it up here? It's been about an hour and a half. Let's maybe like go to 45. I think should be good.
Yeah.
Any other topics you guys want to talk about?
I just thought of like a probably a weird question.
Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up.
Okay. Would you guys want a yandere girlfriend? Yes or no?
Yandere,
What?
Yes.
Yan Daddy, what is Yan again? Sorry.
Like, would y'all want like a yandere girlfriend?
Psychopath?
Yeah,
Me,
pretty
oh,
much.
psychopathic. Ooh, okay.
I'm
Like we're
sorry,
talking
I
like
could
Harley
not do
Quinn.
that.
I do what?
We're talking like Harley Quinn type of psychopath, or like someone crazy.
Well, no. Like a different type of crazy. Like, let's say, for example,
She only wants you.
yeah, yeah,
That's a yandere.
Yeah.
Tsundere is the
Like
one who's
they're-
mean to you but still loves you.
yeah. Like they're even like willing to probably
Kill for
kill
you.
your whole family.
Yandere.
Whoa. So like,
Yes.
they'll do anything and everything to have you.
Think of
Think-
Monica
Yes,
from
they'll
Doki
do
Doki
anything.
Literature Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that person does not have a choice. Like they will like try to get them either way.
Going. Kayla,
That's
get going. No.
That's dedication, bro.
That is dedication, yeah, for like one guy or girl.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry. Yandere, no thank you. I would take a tsundere if she's gonna be mean to me. I'm good. Mean, but still lovey-dovey. I'm good with that.
So you never need to question like her loyalty. You know, you can be like,
Dylan. Not Dylan, sorry. Eddie. Yandere. You literally would tell it, like, even if you're joking, like, hey, kill that person for me. She will do it. That is why I'm saying, no, I don't
And
date psychopathic chicks.
possibly, yeah, possibly she'll probably kill like your whole family because she wants you all to herself or himself.
Exactly. Let's
Boom.
not. That is not a life that I want to live or
Now,
need.
is there perks of having one? I mean, if you're lonely, then yes. and you have no family, then yes. Sure. Go ahead. But if you have like all of those, no. No, it's not worth it. No,
It
it's not
is
worth
not
the
worth
risk.
the effort for that.
But if you're lonely, have no family, then sure, go ahead. Like, I don't know.
that's
Just
a
like,
good
yeah,
movie idea. Imagine this: you go to the theater, right? You don't know what to expect, but here it is, dude. It's about a girl named Sally, right? Sally's had a bad life so far. What has Sally been through? She's been through heartache. She's been broken up with her. She's had death in her family, and she's still in high school, so she's been constantly bullied all her school life. But she finally sees something, hope in her life. There's this guy, a cute guy in an art class, and he helps her. What he does is she accidentally drops her bag. She drops her bag, right? And like he helps her pick it up. He looks at her, looks her in the eyes, and says, "Thank you." And she says she has that cute, um, thank you back, you know. But she takes note of him. She's like, "Wow, he gave me attention," you know. So as time goes by, both him and her, she's very shy, but she goes ahead and talks to this man. We're gonna call him Shit, Frank. I'm gonna do that. I was like Frank or Shab. We're gonna call him Frank. We'll call him Frank,
Eddie,
right?
are you pitching a movie idea right now?
Oh my
Sir.
god.
Hi.
With a yandere?
Hey.
Hi. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm
uh,
back.
No worries.
So like we were discussing like a whole bunch of topics. Some I already forgot, but
Are we still recording?
We're still going.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Gotcha.
We haven't quit.
Dang, I've been gone for like 2 hours.
Don't worry, guys. Monica was here like the entire time. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, she was still here. Don't worry, guys.
Sorry
I'm
about
not a-
that. Dinner called and etceteras.
Dinner. We
But
like
the question that we're discussing now is, would you want to have a yandere girlfriend? Yes or no, or boyfriend? I don't.
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's normal. But for Eddie though, he's like, I mean,
Let me pitch you a story, dog. Let me pitch you a story.
You got 5 minutes to pitch me a movie. Go for it.
5 minutes. All right. Imagine you go to the theater. You don't know what to expect, but you sit down, you grab your popcorn, you grab your drinks, right? You sit down, you roll back your chair like this. You roll back and you're ready to watch on the big screen. It plays. Please silence your cell phones. And it plays. Takes place 13 years ago, 2013. We're focused on a main character, and she's a woman. She's a girl. Her name is Sally. She goes to high school. She's in the ninth grade. A lot has happened in her life. A lot of bad. A lot of bad. What has happened, you may ask? Well, let's see. It explains in the prologue. We got heartache. We got heartbreak. Her parents. There's a lot of death in her family. But recently she's been bullied. Recently she's been bullied in her life. So she's been looking for that spark, but she's losing hope. One day she goes to her art class, her regular period two, but she sees this cute guy. Here he her her
Oh?
she, she sees this cute guy, right? And as they're walking out of class, she stumbles. She's having a bad day, but she stumbles and she drops her bag and things fall out. Everyone walks over her, dude. Everyone, except for this one guy. He helps her gather her stuff. He gives it to her. He looks her in her eyes and says, "Are you okay?" And then she says, "Yeah, thank you so much for helping me." And then the guy asks, "What's your name?" She says, "I'm Sally." But and he can tell that she's very conflicted right now. But he says he gives her a smile and says, "My name is Frank." Right?
What?
And then
You
so
lost me.
Oh, hold on. Give him the time. Let him cook. Just
We'll let him cook.
let him cook.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go
We
ahead. Go
can
ahead.
critique it
we have
after.
our main characters Frank and Sally. They go about their day. Sally goes home and she she goes home to and her family are are just like banging, not banging, but like you know. So she goes home, but her family are the type of family who call her who kind of see her as like a disappointment type of thing, you know. So she goes home, she goes straight to her room, of course, but she always remembers Frank because that was the one thing out of her day that made her happy. Even the simple gesture of just helping her, because no one else did, you know. So that's what he did. So she looks forward the next day to going to school and going to see Frank, which she does. And then the next day, she goes ahead and sits down and talks with Frank, and they get along, you know. They have a chat. Turns out they're both into like, anime and games. Who wouldn't know, you know? Fast forward a month or two, going fast forward in the story. Um, they get closer. Prom comes up, boys, and you know what? Sally asks Frank to prom, but Sally sees someone. Sally is about to ask Frank to prom, right? But what happens? She sees Frank with another girl. Now they're not the other girl with Frank isn't holding hands or anything. She just sees them like next to each other talking. So they could be friends, they could be cousins. You never know, right? But Sally is about to go ahead and go up to Frank during lunch, but she sees that and she is just um she's neglected by it. She's nervous. She's shy. She was hyping herself up for a moment, but she has to walk away just because her emotions are like no, like cannot, right? Um, but sh that's not the only thing she thinks about during that second. She's thinking, why is he with that other girl? Why that should be me, you know? So we go back the next day or the next month, and Sally goes up to Frank and she does still want to go to prom with her, but so she sees the other girl, but Sally wants to go to prom, so she walks up to Frank and is like, hey, and then Frank introduces the other girl, which turns out to be just a friend. But even though Sally knows that now, she still absolutely wants Frank, so she like turns, she like goes in front of the other girl. Let's name the other girl Samantha, right? And then, because Sally only wants Frank, so Sally basically pushes Samantha aside, and then um, and then so fast forward to prom. So they get to prom, they're both there. Bam, Sally and Frank, they're dancing on the dance floor. They're slow dancing in the dark. You between my arms, Ed Sheeran, baby. And then, um, yes, they are. And then, but what happens next, dog? Is Sally goes to the bathroom after a cute slow dance. They're about to kiss, or Sally wants to go and kiss him. And then, so she prepares herself. She goes to the bathroom. She goes to her friends and is like, "Do I look good? Is everything all right?" And then her friends are like, "You look perfect. You look perfect." But like, and then she goes back to the dance floor looking for Frank. Right? What does she see? She sees the other girl. She sees
Okay,
Samantha.
I'm gonna stop you there.
I'm sorry. I like literally just like like I was texting and like you were just talking the entire time and I was just like, okay, okay,
No,
all
I
right.
was gonna let him cook on this, but I
Write this down.
can I
Eddie, write all of
guess?
this down.
Can I guess what happens next?
Go ahead.
She sees her. She sees her. She sees the guy with another chick. The chick kisses him. We got the whole subplot of this story. She goes on a killing spree trying to kill this girl for the whole different story. Then she starts to be the jealous psycho girl that just happens to be very much neglected in her family. Am I guessing right at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just going with the flow, but it's like that movie Pearl, I think, or with Maya Goth, Pearl and X. If you guys have seen those movies.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there, man. I'm so. That was. Oh God. I can see the movie. That's a very good movie. Like I can see you pitching this movie, but a lot of people are gonna be like, "What are you trying to plan this for? Is this is just anime plot?"
Well, the point is, unless you're lonely and have no family, don't get a yandere girlfriend.
Yes, that is what we're gonna leave that at. Perfect. Yandere, no, unless you are orphan. That has not been adopted. There we go. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
gonna be some great out of context clips that are gonna come out of this. Very much.
For sure.
Well, it's been about 150 at the most of it. Monica, do
Dang.
you want to add anything into this?
Oh,
Not about the movie, just in general. Like, what are you looking forward to for the next few years? Like, your plans or whatever else. Like stuff
next
that you're
couple years?
interested into. Yeah.
I want to see if I can expand my No, I need to gain experience points outside of the academic field. That's like my main thing.
Yeah.
Like cooking, driving, um,
So you're gonna be
and
housewife material essentially.
oh yeah, definitely, but both working and housewife.
No, yeah,
Because if you
fair.
if you can't do both, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also still doing knitting and crochet. Very fun. Um, I have aspirations that I'm currently working on, but will eventually show up later.
Mm.
Skills. I don't really have much at the moment.
Any movies, shows, games that you're looking forward to the next few months to or year?
Um, I know the Super Mario movie came out. If y'all haven't watched it, I recommend it. Um, Barbie. I don't know if you guys brought up Barbie, but Barbie is coming this summer.
Oh yeah, that Barbie, yeah.
God,
Barbie.
somebody stop. They gotta stop.
I I wonder how it's gonna play out. That's all. It's it's Barbie, and I think the people starring in Barbie, grew up on Barbie too. So I think they'd be like excited to just, do that.
Even with that, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a Legally Blonde kind of thing. Like Barbie's like this smart but dumb girl at the same time, and then there's Ken, the dude who has to come in and save her supposedly, but she becomes this strong, independent. Like, you get what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah.
Like the basis of early 2000 movies with the blonde girl in it.
Yeah, but that already looks fun. And like the whole like how they like I wonder how they filmed it and all. Like I guess they used a bunch of sets, but it reminds me of like how um those commercials when we were kids and what Barbie's world might have looked like. I'd like to see that like real life acted out. I mean, I'm sure it'll be entertaining.
Because I know Margot Robbie is playing Barbie, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Margot Robbie.
remember.
Margot Robbie
Yeah,
is
she is.
playing Barbie, and then Ryan Gosling's playing Ken.
Let's go.
And then I think Gal Gadot is in it somewhere, something like that. And then, like, there's gonna be like Asian Barbie, Black Barbie, like that kind of stuff coming up, and it's like, well, I'm all for the representation, but it's gonna be so weird to me because like Barbie was, I just remember the animated show and the toys from like Toy Story.
Oh yeah. So like the IRL Barbie,
Yeah.
this is gonna be interesting.
No, yeah, I had this conversation Monday, I think it was. No, not Monday. It was like Sunday, I think. And I was talking with one of my older sister's friends. She came to our house to talk, like, just talk story with my sister. So I got into this whole like tangent about it, and they told me, "Yeah, the Barbie movie's coming out." I'm like, "Barbie?" I'm like, "Wait, animated?" And they're like, "No, it's not animated. It's like live action." So what do you mean live action? They're like, live action, like they're gonna have like a whole plot. And I was like, so you're telling me action figures they're gonna like paint like to make their arms move like action? They're like, no, like real life. I was like, so Legally Blonde, House Bunny,
Legally Blonde.
like House Bunny, like
But
the dumb
it's
blonde
Barbie's
kind of deal.
world.
It's so I can't. So somebody's gonna have to change my mind, and you can do it eventually, but I think it's gonna be so stupid.
I already know there's gonna be like adult jokes and puns in there. I look forward to that.
That'll be
That's
it.
how it goes with every
Mm.
movie, though. Especially
I
'cause-
I think what?
No, go again.
I think they like revealed like one of those like in one of the trailers or during the trailer. So I'm like, ah, ha, 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 this is gonna be fun.
God.
It's coming out in July. July 21st is its release date.
Yeah.
The summer movie.
Well, there's a lot
Perfect.
of things coming out in July.
Yeah.
I think the next Attack on Titan season is coming out in July. Attack on Titan season is coming out in July. My mic is not going.
I was gonna say, is that me or
No. It's been like that the past few times already.
oh
Probably because I'm sick, so maybe that's why it's not catching.
Everyone's getting sick right now. Yeah.
yeah? Well, what's up with that?
Even me. Or I had a sore throat and been dealing with. But like I think it's because I overexhausted my body last week. But like
Oh
every time that I do get sick though, I learn something a little. I learned something. It's like gotta either take your body slower, or like just treat your body with like always treating your body right.
oh yeah.
No,
Self care, self care.
I had a lot of stress last month, so maybe that's what's hitting my body at the moment. Because I usually either get sick at the beginning or the end of the month, depending on what's happened to me in the last few months or in the last few days. Like, this is probably just a passing cold, but I've had it since Sunday, so I'm dying here. So fuck.
Oh
I didn't go to class on Monday. I didn't go to class on Tuesday. I still went to work, which should have probably stayed home.
probably.
But yeah, Not too bad. Do we want to wrap it up here? Since Monty was gone for most of this.
I'm so sorry.
No, you were eating dinner. That's fine. We're good. Well, I think we should just end it here. It's
Yeah.
so thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for viewing. I have been your host, Charm Hero. Yeah. I'll let
Ooh.
my compatriots do their outros. We'll do Eddie first, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Sure, wait. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. You guys, y'all know y'all know all about this life. You know how y'all already know. My name is Eddie Confetti. You can follow me at Eddie Confetti Instagram, Eddie Confetti YouTube. I hope to see y'all in the next one.
Dylan, take it away.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, great stream, you know what I'm saying? Like please come back for more, please. And yeah, you know, like it's been Dylan, you know what I'm saying? Peace, you know?
Everyone come to KawaiiCon next year, including you viewers.
Monty, please, if
Oh,
possible.
Icon. What's up? I was gone, but I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'm sure there were many interesting conversations and ideas that were brought up. Um, Hope you guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your time.
Yeah. So this has been Charm Out of Context. Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
You can
We're so
please
cool.
subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, subscriptions. It doesn't matter. Uh, please spread this around. This is the second time we're doing this podcast, so thank you for the tune in. Please follow my Twitch to see more. I do playthroughs once in a while. I'll be doing Pokemon Unite streams sometime in the next week, so please join us. Uh, Thank you for tuning in. You all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, good morning. I don't know what time it is, the world it is. So thank you.
Eddie, bro, what are you doing, bro?